I am here with the 100 gamer himself from the Spartans, Max Kerle. Max, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, mate.
No worries at all. Now let's start where we always start. Where did your basketball journey begin?
Man, it feels like just yesterday, but a while ago. Started when I was 5. I started playing pretty young, just because of my dad. But yeah, started a while ago, and started down in Brisbane, at the Capitals, and then here we are today, 100 games later at Spartans. So no, it's been a long journey, but at the same time, like it feels like another 10, 20 years left of me. See what happens.
Nice. And of course, you mentioned Spartans. What was about the Spartans program that drew you to it at the start of last season?
I had a really good chat to PC. Last year, I don't know. It was more so his play style, like back in the day when he was playing, for the Boomers and that. And I really took it as an opportunity to learn from him as a coach and as a player. Being a shooter, he was as well. Just like being on spots on the court, rhythm and all that. Yeah, I thought it was a really good opportunity. And then the team that we put together last year, I thought it fit really well with my play style as well. So big Tyrell down low, a lot of attention on him, just plenty of space for me on the three to let it fly. So I had a lot of fun. Looking forward to round 2 next week, year 2 with the Spartans. So we've got Caps at home next weekend. So should be good. Looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, don't worry, we'll get to that. Now, of course, the season before you arrived, PC's team just missed out by the smallest of margins. It was a couple of points for and against sort of thing. Was that a big drive from PC throughout that first season to make sure that left it all on the table for every game? There was no little bits left behind.
Yeah, it really was. It was one of the first things he brought up. Every point matters, every loose ball. Because I can't remember the percentage it came down to, but he was telling us how the Spartans missed out, and I played for that the Phoenix team the year before that I think knocked them out as well. So it might have been one of my threes that potentially knocked them out. So apologies there, but at the same time, it's how it is. Every loose ball, every shot, every point matters this year. So we're very attention to detail when it comes to that. Yeah.
All right. Now, Friday night game. Obviously, both teams shaking loose some cobwebs. But was it ever in doubt for you? Were you ever worried, or you knew something was going to happen? You might not have known Adnan was going to let fly with something like that, but was it? Did it ever feel like it was in doubt?
No, it's never a doubt. Like we, as soon as we called that last time out, the energy around him. He walked out there with that much confidence, and we knew he'd get the ball to his hands. I told him I'll be in the corner if you need me, but no, he looked like he had it as soon as he walked out from that timeout. There was there was a lot of stops in that game, a lot of free throws, a lot of time to think. So like PC dropped a pretty good play at the end, and Kyle just let that thing fly, and cash. That was tough. That was one for the books. Great way to start the season for sure.
Absolutely. All right, and of course, Saturday's game, 100th game, of course, against Phoenix, one of your old teams. Was there any extra nerves going in, or was it just more extra noise and maybe a few extra family members in attendance than normal?
Wasn't really no extra nerves. I was really excited. I was I love playing up there. Great community up there. Like when I did live up there and play up there, really loved the atmosphere, the culture around the club. They were great, and especially the community. Like a lot of my mates were up there, so it was pretty cool. They were yapping in the crowd, and all for it. It's the best part of it. It was a lot of fun. Definitely have to get him back next time for sure. Like you said before, like a few cobwebs were shaking still. Big game the night before really shook us. But 100 games, it was fun. Just I guess 101, got to get a win on that one.
All right. Now, with the course being your 5th NBL 1 season, and you've played in a couple of associations to play, but where is your favourite place to play? Even if it's no longer, might be Red City Raw, for example. You might love one entire, wall of fans and one stage on one side. But where's your favourite place away from home?
Ooh, I would say it has to be Logan. Yeah, the energy in that arena is definitely different. Yeah, I'd say Logan for sure. A lot of my old mates there, a lot of the family there, and there's something about, yeah, especially like that Friday night game. They had an early alley to Big Cal. He threw it down, and the whole arena went crazy. And I definitely felt the energy shift for a second. Yeah, that definitely Logan. There's something about that arena that just keeps all the noise in there and just yeah, it's definitely loud, one of the louder ones for sure.
The Thunderdome.
Yeah, good fun.
I like it. Brian Kerle basketball. What's the mission? What's the role? And what are some of the bits that you love about it?
The mission is just to deliver as much coaching to all the kids, as much as possible, the community. So myself, like my role is just I coach on Sundays now. I do individuals and run some group sessions on Sundays. My brother Toby, he's one of the general managers. He's running the whole thing now. Him and Christian Pang. So they're the big dogs. They run the show. I just get told who I got every Sunday, but I definitely have my 2 cents, here and there on some programs and stuff. But and then help out as much as I can with camps. But yeah, we just try to deliver as much college, as much knowledge and coaching as possible to everyone as possible. BK always shows face, and it's a great community. Again, like every Sunday, we have a lot of kids who I've been coaching now for like 4, 5, 6 years, and it's unreal seeing a couple of them. Like I'm playing with a couple of them now, and it's just full circle effect. And then just seeing the development for these kids it's unreal. Like seeing them achieve their goals and being part of the journey, it honestly is one of the best feelings. Looking forward to a lot of progress with like where the Brian Kerle basketball takes us. We're not sure kind of I don't know what the real goal is. It's just, I guess, like help out as much as people as possible, and like just seeing smiles on the kids' faces, after every session, or all the parents that we made them work too hard. At least someone's happy at the end of the day. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's definitely one of the best things to look forward to at the end of the week. Like, especially after this weekend, we played Friday and Saturday, and then I rocked up on Sunday and coached, and it's cool. Like, these kids have no idea some of them had no idea what I did the night before, but I'm still there, and I'm having a great time, putting through some shooting drills and that. Yeah, it's definitely something special, that's for sure. It's something I cherish and love being a part of, and it's cool to see, BK has grown this since, we're coaching out of Hibiscus days, and then now we're over at Spartans. So, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. The growth has been unreal. Yeah, looking forward to where it takes us next. So.
Nice. All right, now, you may not realize this, but actually, without your dad, we don't have card sponsor, or we don't have the card sponsor that we do on the show. So the way the story sort of goes is, obviously, Mr. Kerle back in the day had a card shop, and the owner, Rob, of a local card shop of Woolloongabba, used to go along and buy the cards, and then when he got older, he wanted to, and then, now we have local card shop of Woolloongabba, all thanks, of course, to Brian Kerle. But my real question here is, did you get stung by the basketball card bug like I have, or have you been able to put your money into better financial things like, I don't know, crypto?
Surprising enough, I actually don't have any NBA. I have no. I definitely invest in a few other things, but I have no NBA cards, no NBL cards. But I do collect One Piece cards. That's for sure. And I have bought some from the local card store there as well. And yeah, Rob, we had a great chat last time I was there, and he told me a few stories about BK back in the day, back in the Curly Sportsman's day, that store they had.
Yep.
But yeah, it's pretty cool, that history. Like I'm kicking BK these days, saying as if you didn't collect any cards for me, that'd be unreal. That'd be pretty cool. But it's unreal like how the people I'm meeting these days, like within basketball, just everyone has a cool story about BK, it's unreal.
You were actually a part of as well. One of my favorite Brisbane basketball spots. I believe, Official Bibby was out there snapping some photos of you down at Redcliffe and that court at Sunrise and for Juice. Now, was that the coolest thing going around? Because it certainly looked like it. I have to be honest, I've never been there that early in the morning, but it looked absolutely awesome.
Oh, it's unreal. When he first pitched the idea to me, I think it was a month before we did it, and we were just hoping for a nice morning with obviously great weather. There's a few mornings there we tried, and then it just kind of fell through. Yeah, no, that was unreal. And then the opportunity, hopefully one day to have an event there would be pretty cool because it's beautiful. It's a great setup. And then I don't know how many people want to get there at 3 a.m., but it's definitely a vibe. Like the sunrise, seeing the ball go through the hoop with just the sun in the background it's pretty unreal. Yeah, the true love of the game is definitely there. Like when he pitched that idea, first of all, I was like, man, I don't want to wake up at 2 a.m. But at the same time, I was like, this could be special. And the way he is on the camera, he's unreal. He got some crazy flicks. So I know Deuce, they're definitely happy with what he's done.
Cool.
So yeah, we'll see where it takes us next. Hopefully not 3 a.m. again, but we'll see what happens.
Well, hey, and finding somewhere like it's just such a perfect basketball spot. If you haven't been, get out to Redcliffe. Have a shoot around there. There's nowhere in Brisbane that I've come across yet that's quite like it. I don't suggest you get up at 2 or 3 a.m., which, like it's still nice later in the day. Trust me.
Yeah.
All right. Now, obviously, you guys have Brisbane Capitals this weekend. Now, we don't do smack talk unless you want to send some out there. Like, feel free. But obviously they're a tough team, especially when everyone's healthy. But as Wizards did prove on Saturday night, they're not completely unbeatable, even though they did have a couple of pieces missing.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like having them at home, our first home game. I'm not too stressed about them. I'm just looking forward to getting out there with our boys again. Obviously we got a bit of revenge from last year. But yeah, either way, it's gonna be a great battle. It's gonna be a great show. First one at home for the boys. It's gonna be a lot of energy in the arena. Yeah, we've got all our home fans there this time. Like not many people wanted to travel down to Logan or Sunny Coast. That's a bit rough. But yeah, home at Carina is gonna be a great battle.
First home game in Carina should be a big one. But mate, best of luck with that, of course, for game 101. But if you've got time, are you up for a round of who's that teammate to try and knock one Tim Soong off the top of the leaderboard?
Let's do it. Let's go, Soongy.
I'll take that as yes. All right. So the way this works is I give 3 clues. I give them one at a time. So for each clue, you get one guess. Now that clue could be cryptic, it could be statistical, it could be your relationship or part of their name or something like that. So or a pun or attached to their word. So like I said, the first one, if you get it on that one, it's supposed to be hard. You get 3 points. Second one gets a little bit easier. It's on 2, and third one you get 1 point. To give you a bit of an idea, so for example, for Jerron Jameson, last year we did with Coach Kerle, one of the clues was Irish whiskey. For of course, Jameson was one of the clues there to tie it back. Solid. So can be cryptic. Yeah, Joel was kicking himself when he didn't get that one. But all right, if you're good to go, I've got 4 of your current this year's teammates who you've played with over the weekend. So if you're ready, let's jump in. Okay, first player, let's clue. Rock. First player had 1 steal over the weekend. So you can jump in with a guess. You can say pass. Our first clues also sometimes could be multiple players. That's the trick. Yeah. 1 steal over the weekend. One steal over the weekend.
Over the weekend.
Could be multiple players.
Oof.
Could just be the one.
Well,
Want to have a crack at it, or do you want another clue?
we'll say I'll take a stab at it. I'll say Blakey Jones.
Blake Jones. All right, 3 from 3 for the first question. Okay, look out, Timmy Soong. All right, so I need to just drop these down as we go so my math doesn't wear out. Okay, I'll hold the other clues then. I will hold on to the other clues. All right, Blake Jones, 1 steal over the round. Okay, player number 2, clue number 1. Here we go. Rainbow. Rainbow is your first clue. Worth 3 points. Worth 3 points if you can get it.
Damn. Rainbow.
If you want to move on, feel free to throw out a name. And I'll move on to clue number 2. Or, never know, you might get lucky.
Give me. I'll say Tammy Wigness.
Locking in Tammy. No, not Tammy this time. Clue number 2.
No.
57 points. 57 points is
57 points.
2.
Oh, Kyle Adnam.
Kyle Adnam it is, yes. Rainbow because he's collected the rainbow worth of NBL jerseys. And, of course, 57 points is his total from the 2 games already over the weekend. Total, not Elijah Pepper style stuff, but hey, it's Kyle Adnam. Anything is possible. Let's not limit the rest of his
crazy work.
Indeed. Okay. Clue number 1 for player number 3. Here we go. Saw everything. Saw everything. Clue number 1. Saw
everything. That's got to be assist. That's got to be Slim. That's going to be Tammy Wigness. Oh, no. No, I know who this is. I know who this is now. Damn. Second answer. Big Tony.
So which one do you want to lock in?
I'm gonna lock in Big Tony.
Big Tony. Clue number 2. Let's go to clue number 2. Former DP.
Oh, yeah, Tammy Wigness
it is, yes. Saw everything like a good witness.
T-Slim.
Puns are in it. Yeah, and you had it. You had it and swerved. You had it.
You said see everything. I'm like, Tony's 7'4". He looks down on everyone.
Okay, I didn't say it was a wrong idea, but it was wrong this particular time. All right, last player. Here we go. Player number 4. Clue number 1. 50% from 3. 50% from 3.
Man, is that me?
It's not. It's never yourself in that situation. So it's one of your teammates.
Yeah, it's never me. I was gonna say I feel like I shot pretty well this weekend. 50% from 3. Man, we let it fly this weekend too.
And again, could be multiple players.
It Andre Ugrinic?
Clue number 2. Here we go. Year 5. Year 5 in NBL 1 North. Year 5 in NBL 1 North.
Oh. Ben Hastings?
Ben Hastings it is. Yes, he so far has made 1 from 2 from 3, but that's still 50%. No matter how you don't have to deep dive those numbers any further than that. 50% is great for, of course, the fifth year in Spartans colours as well. Home at Carina. But mate, that wraps us up. Now that's
plenty more to come.
Clue number 2. Now, I've got good news and bad news. You did not beat Tim Soong. You also did not lose to Tim Soong. You are both tied on 9 points. So currently, neck and neck, right up there. And as we're going to do it with the last person in takes that slightly higher ranking, you are now currently, by technicality, in first place. So well done. Well done. All right.
There you go.
We only have.
There you go. Sorry, Songy.
We only have 2 questions left. What do you think? First question: what do you think is going to be your next stat? And what do you think is going to be your last stat of the season?
Next stat going to be a rebound. I'm calling
Rebound?
now. My last stat of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Last stat of the season is going to be a 3. Definitely.
3. I like it. Of course. Last one. Who should we have here on Ball Don't Lie Australia next?
Well, definitely get Tamri or Kyle in here. They they got some stories. Definitely those 2.
Tamri or Kyle. All right, written down. I will chase them up. Make sure you let them know it was a delightful time. It's a delightful time here on the pod. But Max, thank you very much for joining, mate. Really appreciate it. And best of luck for, of course, wrong way. Best of luck for the Spartans on this weekend. Thanks for joining.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it, mate.